Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be continuing Spiral Hill from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas crochet kit. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, hopefully we'll be able to complete this Spiral Hill flag thing. We have a bunch of other characters left to go in this book, so let's get this done. This is probably the easiest one that I have done from the bunch. The only complication was switching out colors. Today we're going to switch out the last remaining color and join the champagne ends in the middle, so I'll show you how to do that. If you have not gotten to this level yet, check out the other part videos for the Spiral Hill. I think right now we're at part 4. I honestly don't remember. So for new instructions, every video I'm going to repeat them at least 3 times, step by step, and then thereafter I will just go whatever pace I need to go at. And then as the instructions are initially shown, if it's not repeated, of course I'll work with you on that, you know, at least once to 3 times. If you need to speed down or slow down the video, click on the gear button. There's a playback option to go fast or slow. If you don't need to hear me talk, you can lower the volume on your device and click on the CC closed caption button. Okay, so we are on row 62. We have, I believe I already did this count. I wrote down 19 stitches of champagne on each side. Let's just double check. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. Yeah, so we have 19 on each side, yellow in the middle. I have marked my ends so that I know where the first stitch is of that row. And like I said, we have multiple strands of yarn sticking out everywhere. So we are going to continue the remaining rows up to 77 and then see what the next steps are for that. Okay, so let's just get right into this. I'm going to gather up some yarn here. Okay, on my finger, and this is pretty much single crochet stitches straight across. So for every row we do, we have to yarn over and chain 1. You can do this after you had turned the project. I turned the project after I chain 1. I try to follow the instruction, but I just have a habit of chaining 1 before turning the project. Okay, so then we're going to do 19 single crochet stitches, starting with the stitch that's in that this marker is in. So what you're going to do is we are going to stick our hook into the first stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's a single crochet stitch. Then we're going to stick our hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 2 single crochet stitches. Into the next stitch, put in your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3 single crochet stitches. We're just going to do 16 more. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure you clear the strand. I picked 1 loop here, but you need to go under both of the braid. So now I lost count, but since I just started, it's easier to kind of find your place. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this yellow and I'm actually going to stitch it with my next single crochet stitch. That way I can blend it into the project, so like I've done previously. So make sure that you have your yellow up like this. Stick your hook into the next stitch over with the yellow yarn still sticking up like that. Then you can lay your yarn down across the hook, and we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a switcheroo. So this is the 19th stitch and we have to change to yellow. So you're going to take your champagne and we're going to put it to the front. You can hold it with your index and your thumb for now. And then we're going to take the yellow and we're going to put it around our finger like this. And then we are going to yarn over and pull through both loops. So we completed our 19th stitch, and then we can continue doing 3, 6, 9 stitches. So let me just double check that this is 19. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. I mean 18, 19, sorry. Okay. So now we're going to do 9 single crochet stitches in the yellow. So leave this champagne out here. You can hold it down with your pinky. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so now we just have to do 6 more. So 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, and then for the 6th one we're going to change to the champagne. So into the next stitch we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, the same thing that we did with the champagne. Champagne, you want to pull the yarn to the front, hold it with your thumb and index finger. Okay, we are going to gather up some of this champagne color here now. We're going to have to pull it across, so yarn over. We're going to hold this down here so it's out of the way. Yarn over, pull through both loops. You want to leave enough slack so that it's not pulling too much. So you see how this white is now traveling. No worries there, we're going to pick it up. But here's the thing also. Ooh, that's... Oh, okay. Let's see, we can do this a lot of ways. Alright, sorry you guys, I forgot. We are done with the yellow after this. No more yellow. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 stitch out. So just remove your hook. Take 1 stitch out. So pull the champagne out. Put your hooks through the loops. Alright, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this yellow so that it's no longer in our way. Because if you've seen the last videos, you have to maneuver the extra yarns and it gets a little crazy, to say the least. So we're gonna come in with my scissors here. I'm gonna cut You don't need a lot. We're gonna crochet it into the project anyway. We're gonna say goodbye to this yellow. Thank you so much for helping me, but you are done now. Now what I want to do to secure the yellow is tie it 2 times around the champagne. And you don't want it to be tight. You want it to be enough to where it's not pulling your project. You don't want any like ripples or anything. I'm going to tie it twice. We're going to crochet this later up here so it'll blend and it won't really just be out there flapping in the wind. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to gather up my yarn again. We are going to yarn over and pull through both loops, and then we're going to continue into the next stitch. I'm going to make sure I carry this white piece here, the champagne, stick it through the next stitch. Make sure you go under that white champagne. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then you can do it again, cut under that champagne, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time with you guys. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now I just got to do the 16 more times all the way to the end of your project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay. Alright, I'm going to remove the marker and place it on the top of the next stitch. Of the last stitch we just made. Just like that. They gave you about a handful of these. I would highly recommend getting more, so in case you need to count the many rows that have repetitive instructions, like from 63 to 77, it's going to be the same. Alright, now we're going to flip it. Alright, so this is the last use of the champagne, the second champagne, because we're gonna meet up with the first strand. I'm gonna get rid of this one. That way we only need to focus on one yarn, one spool of yarn. And in my case, it's very precarious because I have one spool only. One side is coming from the inside of the spool, which I like. This that we just finished is coming from outside of the spool, and I want to get rid of this. So when we flip it, when we get to this first strand, I'm going to do the same thing we did with the yellow and cut the outside yarn off so I can focus on the inside yarn that I like. Alright. If you have multiple spools, that's great for you because you can get rid of one. You don't have to worry about dancing around you know, trying to situate the way it's pulling. It's just been, you saw my videos, so you know. Okay, All right, so I'm just getting some more yarn from the outside. Let's turn our project. And we are going to crochet until the end of the yellow section here. But again, we're going to do the same thing that we've done. We're going to chain 1. So yarn over and pull through the loop for chain 1. Then we're going to start our first single crochet stitch in the stitch with the marker. And I guess the count is going to be 28. But I'm just going to go till the end of the yellow section. But counting is always good to make sure that you get the right amount of stitches every time, because if you're short one, or you'll definitely tell if you're short when you're done with your project, because the sides won't look even. If you do extra, I don't know, I guess it'll bunch, not too sure. After this row, I'm going to crochet the rest in silence till I finish the 77th row, and then we'll see what the instruction says next. I hope at this point now you have your 1/2 inch diameter dowel rod, because we're going to use that to mount this flag. And of course, I, for some reason, thought I needed a bigger rod than 12 inches. I got the 15, so it's definitely gonna look weird, I think, but I already got it, so I can't there's no taking it back. All right, so this is the last champagne stitch from that last row. I'm going to show you how to tuck the yellow in. So stick your hook into the next stitch. You're going to lay this excess piece right across the hook here. You can hold it against the project if you want with your middle finger. So we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we've pretty much like included this excess piece in our single crochet stitch, and we're going to do that all the way across until everything, this whole piece, is hidden. So into the next stitch, make sure you lie that excess piece across the hook. You can pin it against your project with your middle finger, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time with you guys. Into the next stitch, make sure you lie this excess piece across the hook. You can pin it down with your middle finger against the project. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So let's just continue to do this. If you happen to have yellow that is longer than the yellow section, just cut it down more. That way you'll completely cover that excess piece, and you won't have to worry about it when you switch to champagne. I mean, we are doing champagne, but you need, I mean, like right here. Sometimes I feel like my English, I mean, born and raised in Jersey, and my English just, I don't know, man. All right. Okay, so now that we're here, let's make pretend that we are switching colors, and these are 2 different colors, even though they're the same. I want to switch out and get rid of this one because I like this strand. This strand is coming from the inside. And ultimately, if you have 2 spools, it's easier to work with just one. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing that we did with the yellow. We're going to cut off, I don't know, 1 inch or 2. Then I'm going to tie it around my other strand twice, not too tight. And then, like we did with the yellow, I'm going to crochet it into the project. Okay, so now since I had both ends working, I can just roll this up And I did have, where is it? I don't even know if I have it anymore. I had the little label. Oh, here we go. I like to, keeps it from, that end piece from unraveling. Go. Alright, back in business. It's just coming out of the center. See here. Now we're gonna start moving. I didn't even move my post-it note. Alright, I'm gonna have to move that one up. Post-it notes are good for this particular project because it'll help you keep track of what row you're on. I mean, there's 77 rows, so that's pretty tough to keep track of, at least for me. Alright, let's finish this. So yarn over and complete the single crochet stitch. Now we're going to be hiding this excess piece with the champagne. Stick your hook into the next stitch. We're going to do what we did with the yellow and just single crochet stitch around this excess piece. That way it's nice and tucked in. I'm just going to single crochet down to the end of this row. And like I said, once we hit the end, I'm going to complete the remaining rows in silence, and then I'll come back in to see what we're supposed to be doing next, which is probably going to be attaching this somehow to the 1/2 inch diameter dowel rod. I'm kind of sad but excited to see this completed. Again, this was probably a nice little break from the characters because this one was very simple in a sense, considering it was just rows and it was just single crochet stitches. And just knowing the other characters that are left, it's gonna be, I hope it's not as hard as Sally was, but they're gonna be a little bit more involved. I think the mayor is two-faced. He has two sides of his face, so that's going to be really fun. So, okay, so this marks the completion of row 63. I'm going to put a marker under the braid of the last stitch we made. Now if this is 63, I'm gonna get my markers, something that, again, like I said, you should try getting. So every time I finish a row, I'm going to use these. It'll help me keep track of what row I'm on, especially if it's the same color. You can lose count fairly easy. So if this was 63, and then I'm going to be doing 64 next, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, and 77. I'm just finding ones that have a larger gap compared to some of these other ones because it makes it easier to just slip right under the stitch. But I've got my markers going up to 77. So again, that's why you need a bunch of these, because you can continue crocheting as much as you want, because you have all these markers to keep track of your count. But yeah, I'm going to do the remaining in silence. I might not even have to use this post-it note anymore because I've got my markers. Okay. All right, you guys. I will be doing this in silence. Okay, I finished all 77 rows. It's looking really nice. Pretty long. All right, let's see what they want us to do next. Okay, for row 78, we're gonna chain 1, crocheting around the wooden dowel, single crochet in all 48 stitches, fasten off and weave the end. Use black yarn to hang a panel by tying the yarn on both sides of the wooden dowel next to the outer loops. Add fringe to the bottom panel. For each fringe, use 2 tails of black or white yarn approximately 5 inches long. Fold them in half and use the crochet hook to secure them to the foundation. Chain C, page 18. Oh my gosh, we have to sew. We're gonna leave that for the last video. Oh, I am not attempting that in this one. Sewing takes me forever, so. But I kind of get the gist of what we're doing. Yeah, this seems fairly simple. I'll show you how to do that. I think I'll just do the crocheting around the dowel rod and the fringe. Maybe not all of it. Maybe I'll do a couple of white and black. So let's get this started. Okay, so here is my 1/2 inch dowel rod. It's supposed to be a 12, but it's a 15. Please use a 12. Alright, so all we are doing is single crocheting around the dowel rod. So let's get some yarn here. And this might be a little difficult, so we'll see. Okay, so you have to chain 1, and these are, you can imagine, going to be bigger, so I don't know. Make your chain 1 a little bit big, I guess. But so how we are going to do this. Alright. We're going to do this as if this is the excess piece that I showed you. So that should be fun. Okay. So we're gonna put our hook into the first stitch here, right? You want to lay your dowel rod across your hook like we did with the excess piece, right? You want to yarn over. See how it's all there. We're gonna pull that through the loop. So you have 2 loops, and we're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Okay. We're going to do this again. So put your hook into the next stitch over. Okay, if you can see that here. We're going to lay the dowel rod across your hook, just like the excess piece. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Okay, it's going to be very awkward with the dowel rod, but it'll be okay. Now, you know what? It wants to pull down, so maybe if you can get this close to the row below, I guess that works out. Okay. One more time with you guys. So, into the next stitch, stick in your hook. Okay. Lay the dowel rod across the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. just going to keep going all the way across till we get, oops, sorry, till we get to the other side. apologizing if you're hearing noise in the background. That's my dishwasher. So, apologies for that. Comment below, let me know how difficult crocheting around a 1/2 inch dowel rod is for you. It's okay, I guess, but it's very awkward feeling, and I'm not too sure where the stitches are supposed to lie, so let me know if you're having the same concern. But we are almost up, and as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, listen, I am really not a fan of embroidery. I feel like if I did a video on it, it's not me teaching you anything, it's just me trying to figure it out. So, I'm not really sure if I want to do the embroidery. I feel like this should be an iron-on. Or if you can find a patch. I don't know if that's capable with the Cricut, for those that have a Cricut, but I would love to have the silhouette of Sally and Jack in my spiral hill, but I think I'm just going to leave it blank, to be honest. Comment below, let me know what you think, but I think that this will be the last video of the series. Again, I don't want to put out another 2-hour video of me trying to figure out how to sew it. I am not a sewer. But there's a picture right there. There's no way I'm going to be able to get it to look like that. I mean, even that, whoever did that, Jack still looks a little jacked up, so not looking forward to doing my version of it, which would probably look even worse. So but I am going to take out the black, and we are going to do the next part after this. Okay, after we completed our last one, we're gonna cut off the end, and we're gonna fasten off. And to fasten off, you just yarn over, and we're gonna pull that through the loop all the way out like that. Tighten up that little stitch, and then we have to leave the end piece in our project. I think the safest way to go about it is just to do it right along this edge. Now you can take this time to make this look a little bit neater. Make sure that it's equal on both sides. gonna do a little zhuzh on this. It'll straighten out your stitches. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take my black yarn and we are going to wrap this on both ends. And I don't know how this is supposed to be. I guess you tie a knot, actually. Double knot. Then I'm going to come in and just wrap around it. I dropped my hook. Hold on. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna like tie another knot. Alright, so I have a loop here. I might need a way bigger loop. I'm gonna pull the spool through that loop and create another knot. Okay. Jeez, how did that happen? I pulled through the loop and then I friggin', man, embarrassing. Let's try that again. Okay, so I pulled it through the loop. I'm just going to make my knot. Then I'm going to go to the other side. I don't know how much you need. I guess you can kind of guesstimate it. Oh, this dowel rod is huge. I should cut this. I'm trying to make it even, but it's very hard to do with the spool attached. I wrapped it around 13 times. So I'm trying to get the same number. Maybe I shouldn't have done it so many times. Okay. Now that that is done, depending on how strong your yarn is, you might want to double up. So I'm going to actually double up. This time I'm going to cut the yarn because I don't want to play with this spool anymore. You're going to tie a knot too. And you want it to be in the same kind of location. I'm just double knotting it. It's out of frame. Okay. Alright. Then I'm going to double ply this . Double knot at the end. Okay. And I'm just going to cut this short. So we have our makeshift hanger. Then I'm actually just going to roll this up because I'm going to do the fringe next. Where's my ruler? Where's my ruler? Alright, I'm going to do a few pieces of the fringe for you guys in both black and white. Since I already have some of this black out, we're going to measure 5 inches. And 2 pieces each. Okay, I'm going to do 3 fringes for you guys in the black. Okay, so we put together both strands of the fringe. We fold it in half. We're going to take our hook here and we're going to go from the back side, the wrong side, stick your hook in to the black stitch, and we're going to yarn over the loops. We're going to pull that through the stitch like that. Then we're going to yarn over and pull that through all the loops all the way out like that, and then you're just going to pull on it and fix that little knot like a tie. Doesn't have to be too crazy, but just snug. You don't have to pull it too tight. And we're going to do another one. So get your fringe, fold it in half. Okay. We're going to come up from the wrong side, through the stitch, right? Then we're going to put the loops on the hook and pull that through the stitch. Okay. Then we're going to yarn over and pull this all through the loops all the way out, and then you're going to tighten it up just a little bit. Okay, so now we have 2 on there. One more time with you guys. So get some more fringe. Fold it in half. Okay, we're going to grab our hook, stick that into the next stitch. And we are working at the bottom, so the stitches are going to get smaller, so you just have to be patient. Pull that through the stitch, then yarn over and pull that through the loops all the way out, and fix your knot. Okay, so we have 3 fringes, and you're just going to complete this all the way down at the bottom. Let me show you how to do the champagne color, and this is actually gonna look better because you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna measure out the 5 inches, and I'm gonna cut 2 for each stitch, and I'm going to show you 3 of these. And if I was a sewer, I would definitely show you how to do that, but I really am not. So if you would like, you can contact me via email or Instagram, and send me your pictures of your embroidery if you've done it. Alright, one more strand here. Now we're going to take 2 strands, fold it. We're going to come up from underneath where the white is. Is this one of them? Can't tell. Okay, put the loops on the hook. We're going to pull that through the stitch. We're going to yarn over and then pull all that through the loops all the way out. Then we're going to fix our knots. And then we have our first fringe for the champagne color. Again, fold the fringes together. Stick your hook in here. Put the loops over the hook. Pull that through the stitch. Then yarn over and pull all that through the loops. Then we're going to tighten this up. Okay, one more with you guys. Put the fringes together, fold in half, stick your hook into the next stitch, put the loops over the hook, pull that through the stitch, I'm going to yarn over and pull all of that through the loops all the way out. And then we're going to tighten it up a little bit. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Side by side, the black and white. Again, we're just going to finish this all the way in the bottom. And if you want to tempt the embroidery, it looks like this. So comment below, let me know how it went. Here is part of it. Let's show this part here. The hanging dowel rod part. Alright. So there you have it, you guys. Spiral Hill. I'm going to look in the book. I'm not too sure which one we're going to do next. If you have any ideas, comment below. If not, I'm just going to pick the next one to do on here. Again, I'll be simultaneously doing this with other projects. So if you see me chopping it up, I am rotating projects just to get them out of the way. We have a lot to go through. I hope you are enjoying them. We have Dollar Tree kits, we have Annie's crochet block of the month club, something like that. We still have Disney's Mandalorian that I'm going to be doing, and I do have a Woobles coming up. It's going to be a Hello Kitty, so if you have any Hello Kitty fans out there, I'm going to be working on that. But thank you so much, you guys, for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.